So I received this message from a client the other day when I touched base with him midweek to see how he was getting on with the plan. To which he replied, absolute torture today. Work ordered Domino's for everyone and I'm sat here with chicken and veg. Now, this was an interesting one that came up and something in which I wanted to discuss. Now, this, in all honesty, doesn't shock me in this day and age. It really doesn't. And it probably doesn't seem that deep to a lot of you. Firstly, massive shout out to Luke for sticking to his guns and sticking to his meal plan while others around him were eating Domino's. And this is why he is going to achieve an elite level result, which majority of men would only be able to dream of. But the reason I wanted to bring this up, for those of you that are wondering, this message was sent to me on a Wednesday. Now, is ordering a Domino's for lunch on a Wednesday really that deep? For a lot of you, probably not. But it's more the concept and the mindset behind that. The old sort of, oh, right, you know, we've all had a few days of hard work now. Let's just order a Domino's on a Wednesday for a little bit of a pick-me-up midweek. That, in my opinion, is absolutely childish behaviour. Now, realistically, is a Domino's once in the blue moon really going to set you off track with your fat loss progress? Most probably not, right? But usually if you were to have something like that, whether that's a takeaway, whether that's a home cooked off plan, whatever it may be, you would normally save it to the weekend, right? Almost as like a treat for sticking to your plan throughout the entirety of that week. But this is on a Wednesday lunchtime, a midweek Domino's pick-me-up because we've had a few days of hard work, we're all in the office, so, oh, you know what, let's just order in Domino's. That'll cheer us up. That'll keep us going till the evening. And the reason I wanted to bring this up is mainly because this just goes to show how easy it is to get ahead of 99% of men in today's society. Because I guarantee for majority of these guys that were eating the Domino's, it's not just that Wednesday in which they're eating something shit. It's probably Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, all the way through to Sunday. They're eating shit, ultra processed foods. They're not tracking their calories. They're not tracking their macros. They're most probably not even in the gym lifting weight 4 or 5 days a week. Instead, they're in the office. It's their lunch hour and they've ordered a Domino's. Let's face it, it is fucking easy to get ahead of 99% of men nowadays. And you don't even have to be fucking talented. You don't have to be the next fucking CR7. You don't have to be fucking Drake. You don't have to create music. You don't have to be a sports person. You don't have to run a multi-million-dollar company. It is easy to get into the top 10% of men nowadays. And I promise you now, it literally starts with lifting weights 4 or 5 days a week, eating a healthy, whole, nutritious diet, being consistent with your output, building muscle and lowering your body fat level. And boom. You're in the top 10% of men. That is literally how easy it is nowadays because the bar has been set so low because majority of men are behaving like this. They're ordering Domino's midweek on a fucking Wednesday on their lunch break for a little bit of a midweek pick-me-up. This is your competition. I promise you now, if you just put in a little bit of hard work when it comes to improving your overall image, how you feel, how you perform, you're ahead of majority of the competition nowadays. That is literally how easy it is. You'd be shocked. It's like Joe Rogan said on his podcast, right? If you're even partly a savage nowadays, you will run through majority of the competition. And it's so true. And like I mentioned as well, a massive shout out to client Luke for actually sticking to his guns, sticking to the plan, continuing to persist on the goal in which he set out for himself. This is why he is going to achieve a physique in which most men wouldn't even be able to comprehend. This is why he's going to get results and majority of men won't, because he stuck to his guns. He set himself a goal. He wants to achieve that goal. That goal's important to him. He wants it bad enough. So he decided to not follow the trend, not follow the fucking crowd, not give in to that short-term gratification. Instead, he is investing into that long-term gratification and he wants the goal later down the line. Discipline is saying no to something now for something even better later down the line. And he's done exactly that. So fair play to him, a massive shout out to him yet again. And for majority of you that are following the crowd like that, and not even just a little midweek pick me up, let's order a Domino's, the old, oh, fancy a few pints down the pub? Fancy going out tonight? Fancy grabbing a takeaway? Don't sit there and moan when you see majority of lads overtake you in life. whether that is in their physique, their business, their relationships, because you're not putting the work in order to get to where you need to be. So the point to take away from this video is it is fucking easy to get ahead of 99% of men nowadays. Like I said, it simply starts with resistance training 4 or 5 days a week, eating a healthy, whole, nutritious diet, tracking your calories and macros, being consistent with your output, building muscle and lowering your body fat level. And boom, you're ahead of 99% of men. It's fucking easy. All you have to do is just put in a little bit of work and not give in to the short-term gratification of eating a pizza on your lunch break or having a few pints after work or ordering a takeaway with the missus, whatever it may be. I'm not saying you have to completely cut off these things. They're absolutely fine within moderation. Once in a blue moon, a Domino's is not going to ruin your progress. But I guarantee for these guys that were ordering it midweek for a little bit of a pick-me-up on a Wednesday, I guarantee it's not once in a blue moon for them. I guarantee you it's much more of a regular occurrence than what you think. So that's everything there. Invest into that long-term gratification, set yourself goals, and work fucking hard towards them. And before you know it, you'll be ahead of the competition. If you haven't gone all in yet, then this is your time to do so. Take care. God bless.